Welcome back everyone to Forge Boss. And now our ammo counter is glitched out. Okay, well we can't fix it just by firing. Cool stuff. I guess that's superheated ion gas. As before, and there's no other energy terminal? We really should save our bullets. Alright. Which one should we step out with? Let's try the iron mod first. Looks like an arena.
Human, you cannot hope to stop the Vohrsoth.
What are you?
I am the Vohrsoth. I was created by the Ancient Ones. I shall carry out their programming. The seed will be launched to create a new Forge. We can never be stopped.
Wait! Listen to me! In your visions, I saw this machine is thousands of years old. How do you know that your purpose is conquest? Your makers might have only intended to use you for research. They may have been explorers, like ourselves.
Nonsense. Our programming is clear. We are engineered for perfection. We are created to conquer.
But through the thousands of years, your original programming may have deteriorated. Do you even remember who built you? Where did they come from? What do they look like? The race of beings who first made you might even be extinct.
Silence! The seed will be launched. You shall be destroyed.
Well, thanks for that. I like how Monroe actually really tried to reason with him. Well, the giant, genocidal alien slug. Oh man, just look at all these guys. We need something with more area of effects. Nice jump, guys. Not going to save you though. This is very Quake now. So, let's see. There's that seed up there. If only we could stop it somehow, then the Vohrsoth would not have any leverage at all. Don't start getting it now. Oh man, I really have to concentrate to not get hit by these guys. I don't think I've ever seen this many enemies on screen in any other Quake engine game at the time. Hey look, it's the Ethereans! Oh boy, where's the health energy? Hey, I think they're stopping the seed, or at least trying to. Well, it's nice that they came back to lend us a hand on their way out. We will never forget that. Even though we'll probably never ever see them again. Nice job. for some benign guys. It just explodes.
Seed stopped. Must leave. Dangerous. Come with us.
No.
Aw.
The seed! This cannot be! Impudent wretch! Relish this minor victory, human. But you may have stopped the seed. But now, I will show you just how insignificant you are.
And what can you really do? You don't exactly look like the most deadly creature. Or the most agile. Okay, maybe I should take that back. You have some very hideous mandibles, though. Stay away from me, alright? Okay, now, what we want to do is gather some ammo quickly. Oh boy. Just keep on moving. Ah. Gotta watch out for that. Come on. Oh, rockets. That's fine. You are now seeing firsthand why we need all this ammo. It's funny you can cause weird explosions like that by doing something with his midsection. Oh dear, I just died. Oh wow, thanks game. Wow, I stopped saying things about red shirts, but it certainly didn't. Alright, when was the last save? Oh, it wasn't here. Don't give me that game. It was pretty much right here. Well, alright then, I'll just pause and skip ahead. And here we are again. Alright then, well, as I was saying before, we just have to keep on shooting him, really. Yeah, this will be... It was very nice that Monroe tried to reason with it, despite it seemingly being beyond reason. That's... It's very nice of Monroe. It shows that he, well, he's not there just for, well, he still tries to be a good person of the Federation. Despite having to slaughter all of these things. Oh. Those are really tiny rockets. Even mine are bigger. Come on. What part of you really wants to put up with having photon torpedoes constantly thrown into your face? Huh? Do you want to live with this? You could give up at any time. Really. Nope. He doesn't have many attacks for a boss. Although I kind of was right about him not being agile, wasn't I? He doesn't really do much at all. Oh man, that thing is really damaging. Hardly got anything from that. Come on. We can't restore any more of our health. This has got to be it. Haha! I'll take a crystal to go. Thank you very much.
This is just a minor setback for the Vohrsoth.
More like Monroe will be ready for you.
Impulse engines are at full power, Captain.
Keep pressing it, Mr. Paris.
The forge has been destroyed.
We made it!
What about the other ships?
Some of them made it out. Captain, I'm getting a message from the Etherians. They thank us for our help and are back on their way to their new home.
Captain, I've got some readings on our position. We're still in the Delta Quadrant, but we're over 200 light years closer to the Alpha Quadrant.
So, we gained a few months. Not bad. Get us back on course for home, Mr. Paris.
Looks like your plan worked, Ensign.
Yes. Congratulations, Monroe. Good work.
Your performance was quite satisfactory. You appear to be injured. You should report to sickbay.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you beam us straight to the bridge rather than the sickbay then?
Alex?
Telsia, hi.
Penny for your thoughts?
What's a penny?
I don't know. Some old phrase I heard Paris say once. It was a nice service. For Beastman and the others.
Yeah, for a funeral.
You couldn't have helped them, you know. You did the best you could. They knew the risks. They were professionals.
I know, but when you disappeared on the Etherian ship, I told myself the same thing. It didn't make me feel any better then either.
You can't bring them back. Don't live in the past. Look toward the future. You have a bright future.
Do I?
Sure. Trust me.
Is this a private party, or can anyone join?
How are you doing, Monroe?
As good as can be expected, I guess.
Lieutenant Monroe?
Those pips suit you well, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
You had us worried there at the end.
Mr. Monroe disobeyed orders and did not board the escape shuttle.
I'm sorry, sir. There was something I had to do.
We know, Lieutenant. We all saw the alien visions. You did what you had to do.
It was commendable. You were willing to sacrifice yourself for the whole.
As did the entire team. You all performed bravely.
The Hazard team has proven to be more valuable than we imagined. Starfleet just might adopt your idea when we get back, Tuvok.
Thank you, Captain. But I think Mr. Monroe is the one most responsible for the success of the team. It took some time, and not inconsiderable effort. But you have proven yourself to be an outstanding officer and a natural leader, as I always believed you would.
Thank you, sir. I was afraid you would think my decision was too impulsive.
Sometimes, Lieutenant, your gut instinct is better than what logic and procedure would suggest. Both are needed in a good leader. That is why I chose you to begin with.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Why, Tuvok? Is that a bit of pride I detect?
Surely, Captain. There is no cause to insult me.
They went with an everybody laughs ending. Not really what you expect from a first-person shooter, but hey. Alright, that's Elite Force. Yeah, I sure hope the rest of Starfleet adopts the Hazard team when we get back to Federation space. Yeah, we'll find that out in the sequel. Find out how well that went. So, I think I have more respect for this game now than I did when I was younger. I guess I didn't really, well, I admit I I used cheats a lot when I played this game, and I tended to skip what I now look at as the best parts. Well, mostly because I was afraid of quite a few things, like the harvesters. Ugh. It's a shame some spider-like creatures appear in the sequel, but yeah, let's not talk about the sequel right now. After all, before we get to the sequel, we will probably go through, or at least have a quick gander at the Virtual Voyager mode. The Virtual Voyager mode, if I haven't said it before, basically lets you just roam around Voyager. It's a bit more detailed than it was in the main game. Yeah, like, the food replicators aren't just a solid block in the wall anymore. That always disappointed me looking back at it, but hey. You just run around and collect a few things, while unlocking new areas to explore. It's fun enough. Plus, you can actually use the tricorder in that. Yeah, otherwise you would not see the tricorder actually used until the sequel, where it used the tricorder very effectively, I must say. Alright then.
Welcome to Voyager Elkar's menu system.
That's looping. Unless I was looking at something. Alright then. After all, you can also look at this interesting credits screen, where you can look at, well, the project leads from both Raven Software and Activision. Let's see. Yeah, Raven Software didn't work on the sequel, I believe. No, that went to Ritual. Yeah, it went to Ritual, which you can definitely tell because its style of gameplay is very, very different. Well, even considering the time gap, as Elite Force 2 feels like a much more modern game. And of course, it has some very bizarre secrets. Ritual. What a shame. We'll never see more of that from Ritual. Alright then. And additional credits. And voice talents. Although I'm not going to look at all of that. Oh, and there's special thanks too. Alright then. Well, that's not the end of this for now. Next time, it'll be Virtual Voyager. But just before then, I think we'll go back and finish Battlezone 2. Because, hey, we're on the penultimate level there. Alright. I'll get back to talking about this when I next see you. So, for now, well, don't insult Vulcans, I guess, and don't worry too much about losing your Elite Force teammates, because that's still gonna happen in the sequel too, I'm afraid. So you'll just have to get used to it. Bye for now.